I'm gonna go ahead and burn one, just in case. I mean, I could do the dang default mic. Somehow that actually looks good. Like, why does the default mic look good? And what's it referencing as the default mic? Here, just out of curiosity, let me pull up the stream and see how that looks. Because for some reason, the darn mic here, I don't suppose it, no, no, it's different. Why? Why is it doing this? Like, I do not understand why the darn mic is just like, man, that's the problem, honestly, with trying to do the setup like this, is that, like, setup like this, it doesn't, the default mic just does not work. Um, well, garbage, man. Man, I don't understand, like, how, I don't know. It just seems like it's always something, man. And maybe it's just because I don't really have that great of a, maybe it's just because I don't have, like, very good streaming hardware. I mean, maybe. But even then, it's just like, it doesn't seem like it's a tech issue. I mean, it's like, when it works fine. Like, it works good. But the thing is, when it just stops working, it's just like, at this point, I'm just going to rename the stream. Yeah, I'm just going to rename the stream at this point. There. Man. But, like, I don't, it just, when I think that I got everything set up and working fine, it stops. And that's the frustrating part about trying to make this work. It's just like, it just, for some reason, it just, something always happens. It's just like the webcam, for some reason, just stops. The darn mic just decides to go out, and then it's like, I hate it. I hate that portion of trying to make this work, you know what I mean? Like, that's the frustrating bits. And it's like, I could probably fix that with better hardware, but like, at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think it's really it's just a dang connection issue. It's like, it's weird. It's like, one moment it works just fine, set up the way that it is, then the next second, it just decides to just completely stop working. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, garbage. And I was hoping to fit in some Bloodborne tonight. Like, I was hoping to get some good gameplay in for Bloodborne tonight, but that might have to be relegated to a different night after I kind of figure out what darn thing's going on here. Let me try it again and see. Um, but hey, unlike other streams and such, all this is going to go into a little archive, a good little technical difficulties episode. So uh, that's fun at least. But man, I'm glad that we really didn't make much progress tonight, though. You know, honestly, or at least in this episode, I mean, like episode one was great. And it looked like, I mean, the mic looked like it was working the whole time during that one. So it's like, that's the part that is just like so weird, is that it's not working now. You know what I mean? Okay. Well, let me try. I'll switch it again and see. So that's on. Volume's up. It's still out. Garbage, man. You know, honestly, so while we're here, I can kind of give an update of um, kind of some plans that I have that I'm currently working on. Um, yeah, I mean, at this point, sorry for the mic quality. It is what it is. This darn mic, just, I don't know. I couldn't tell you, man. Um, yeah, but that mic's out now, so I'll figure that out. But I figure what I can do, I can go over kind of like what I'm currently working on as far as just around the house and such. At the moment, I'm currently trying to work on the basement. The basement's been having some water issues, some pipe issues. Hey, Sock07, welcome back. Sorry, this isn't quite what is really advertised. I had some technical difficulties. The darn mic went out on me, so now I'm kind of just wrapping things up because I don't want to have to record all of this with just like the default microphone. It probably sounds like actual and literal just potato. I mean, nothing's really changed with the FDO quite yet, I don't think. Does it sound good? It sounds okay. I don't know. Maybe I can continue, but like, I don't know. Just the mic going out on me has kind of put me in a bad mood. So it might be good if I just like redo it a different night. Like we could talk here for a bit, but like as far as like continuing on with Bloodborne, I might put off Bloodborne until I can get the mic working again. But like, yeah, it's like, man, just the dang mic went out on me, and it's yeah, oh yeah, you have to still a thing. It's still there. Uh, yeah, I don't think like I know that I haven't like told him to update it yet. They got it threw it together. Like I haven't told him to make any changes to it. So unless he's changed it just on his own volition, then it's probably exactly how it was before. But hey, it's kind of like a little archive of things of the past. You know what I mean? It's like you can see that joke, in the original episode, and then go right back to the exact same website that the joke was referencing. But like, but no, so like, hopefully I can cut back on a lot of these, like the mic issues, stuff like that, the hardware issues, as soon as I get the basement done. Because what I intend to do, like I said, the basement's been having some water issues, and the styrofoam level imply the existence of gasoline and napalm level. Yeah, yeah, the styrofoamic level, yeah. But I don't know. I suppose so. Like, couldn't tell you, man. Couldn't tell you. Goodness. While you bring it up, maybe we can make that kind of the thing that we do tonight. Can I, like actually pull up Yefdu, and like we can just take a look through Yefdu. It's been a while since I've done a shout out to Yefdu, our only and official sponsor. Let's see, Yefdu. No, not Yahoo. Nobody wants Yahoo. What even is Yahoo in the modern era? No, we want Yefdu's trading company. The bags are still, yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, yeah, everything's still on sale. For a low, low price, might I add. Yeah, a very low price. Goodness, man. I was gonna say, yeah. Yeah, if you aren't a bag and bag accessory champion level member on the Yefdu store, then like I don't know what you're doing, man. Yeah, like if you're not a bag and bag accessory champion, then like you're missing out. You're missing out on the no benefits that you get for being a bag and bag accessory champion. If I win the lottery, first thing I'm doing is buying it. Yeah, bag from Yefdu. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But let's see, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this and have it like actually work how I want it to work here? Probably, probably something like I thought I thought I already created a thing where I can like pull up videos and stuff. Um, Potentially cursed baby chicken toy. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think, where did I put it? It's somewhere here. I might try to find it here in a second and bring it out. Uh, no, actually, let me do that. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'll see if I can find it real quick. I know that I've got it somewhere. Don't worry, I'm still here. I'll be a second. Yeah, I'm still looking. I'll be right back. Okay, I have returned. I have returned, and I've brought some products to advertise. All of these products can be found on the FDO store. Oh, almost knocked that over. So, might I first and foremost interest you in the Druidic hook antlers? Pretty good products right here, if I do say so myself. You can put them on a helmet or something. It's pretty dang cool. Pretty dang cool. Uh, right now, I can show you. Oh, let me see. Let me see. I thought that I had a thing where we could just like pull up. Thought I had a. Do I not have it? Be this? What the? That's not it. That's the trailer video, from the other time. I thought I had a desktop thing. Ah, yeah, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Now I can't see my stuff, so I can't respond to the chat, which stinks. But, nah, let's just do webcam. Yeah, we'll just do webcam. Uh, but yeah, let me see. All products. Let's see, shop all. Druidic hook antlers. Yeah, so the Druidic hook antlers, we're not quite sure what they're actually supposed to be, but we're assuming they're some kind of hook antlers utilized by some modern druids, or something cool like that. So they used to be $72,000, but right now you can buy them on the store for $70,000. So you get a solid, a little bit more than $2,000 discount. So that's a bargain. You know, that's honestly a bargain. You know, $2,000 off, like, not even Tesla can compete with that. You know what I mean? Oh, what you got? Yeah, yeah, don't do that. Yeah, that's the one thing that you can't use the Druidic hook antlers for. Definitely not. No, no, no. Other products. The styrofoamic head of an ancient civilization. So this is one of the very, very premier products that's currently listed on Yefdu. Quite the seller, if I do say so myself. Right now, it's currently marked at $149,000. That being said, that's one of the items that's probably not going to go on sale just because of how dang rare, theoretically, this is. What happens if you put in gasoline? I don't know, man. Something's gonna happen. Yeah, it is kind of, yeah, there's a little hole in the bottom and everything for, yeah, that's where you put the gasoline at. It's just the hole in the bottom of the styrofoamic head of an ancient civilization. Oh, goodness. And let's not forget, let's not forget the good old pet purebred plank right here. Sticky white substance, yeah, not the sticky white. No. Yeah, we do not want that. Oh, goodness. But, like, yeah, let me see. And the good old pet purebred plank, it's also on sale right now. It used to be about 10,000. Right now it's going for about 9,000. We really need to get this, yeah, basically, yeah. But no, we really need to get this pet purebred plank a home soon. So if you know somebody that would be up to adopting this plank, that would be much appreciated. And like I said, it used to be 9,000 or about 10,000. Now it's 9,000. So a pretty dang good discount, if I do say so myself. If you can get $1,000 off, that's a good deal. Yeah. And we're not really, and just to go into it, it's like we're not really sure what breed of plank this is specifically, but we are pretty sure that it would make a pretty good pet. So, it requires very little maintenance. It's just one of those great things. And also, it's expensive because, it's just like, kind of fits into the same category as like, good old, some of your other purebreds. So, yeah, good old pet purebred plank. Oh, I set you down very, very carefully. There we go. Yeah, lethal if ingested highly flammable and explosive chemical. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, it do be like that sometimes. It do be like that, yeah. But, dude, I remember, there was this time, VBS, right? So I pretty much every year, at the place that I go to, right, we have VBS, but every year, I play this role called Mr. Science. I was gonna say, since this mic's dead, I'm just gonna move it out of the way. But no, every year I play a role called Mr. Science, and for that role, like, I just do different, like, experiments, like, for the kids and stuff. Just stuff to kind of be like, oh, what on, all that great jazz. But the thing is, this one year, we were doing, it was basically it was kind of like a mining theme, like a mining town theme. So I decided, and this is probably quite not something you're supposed to do, but what I did, I essentially created I basically created my own fireworks. I'll go into it here in a second. But yes, I created my own fireworks. Unfortunately, when I was out behind the church, right? I was behind the church, preparing because we had all the Mr. Science stuff set up outside, because we were gonna be doing some cool stuff back there. But like, when I was mixing it, I don't know entirely what happened. I think a little bit of what I was trying to like actually concoct, went and boiled over. I don't think it really boiled over. I think like where I was mixing it and then like I drew back, maybe some got out of the pan. And as a result, that plus open flame, kind of not a great idea. So what ended up happening is it kind of exploded, caught one of the nearby tables on fire. As well as the, we had like one of the little tent, like pavilion things over top, right? Some of it got onto that, and it was just like a black cloud just coming out from behind the church. I'm glad like everybody else was inside. Like none of the kids were there or anything yet, right? Like I'm glad. But like a friend of mine, Nick, he happened to be there at the time, like not there, but he happened to be like around front of the church. And he just comes running around and just like, what happened? I heard a boom and then a black cloud coming up from behind the church. I was like, it's okay. We managed it. We put out the fires, and I still had enough substance left to be able to do the experiment with the kids. But moral of the story, maybe don't make fireworks for VBS. As far as how I made it, I'm trying to think. I mean, that was a few years back now. It was basically I used, oh, what was it? It was like trunk removal stuff. What's that darn stuff called? You know, the stuff that goes boom when you or not really boom, but the stuff that burns quite well if you're trying to like get rid of like a tree trunk, you know what I mean? A stump remover. Words. Yeah, stump remover. I used some stump remover plus yeah, stump remover. That's what I was trying to say. So that plus garbage. Honestly, I can't remember off the top of my head. I might still have the recipe online. Yeah, I think, yeah, maybe, yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, the way that it's advertised is as, like, stump remover. But yeah, it might be, nitrate. Yeah, let me look. Um, yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, saltpeter. Yeah. No, no, no. That's not it. No. It's flammable. Oh, garbage. What's the darn stuff called? It's probably not something that's available everywhere. Um, Garbage. I don't. Ah, what's the darn stuff called? They probably just stopped manufacturing it. It was probably too dangerous. Oh goodness. Was it saltpeter? It might have been saltpeter for all I remember. Like saltpeter and potassium nitrate are the same thing. Um, Garbage. It was probably that. It was that plus some other stuff. But you take that and you like basically you mix that with some other stuff. I can't remember. I'll have to see if I can find the recipe. You know, honestly, maybe I shouldn't actually try to post that. Like legit. Maybe it's good that I don't remember and don't publicize it because like I kind of feel like maybe that's a problem. But like yeah, it might have been that plus some other stuff, but you had to bring that and the other stuff to a boil so that it would mix. Because if you didn't, then you know you just have just raw ingredients, and you know it just wouldn't work. Um, but yeah, so what we had to do, you know, you know put some stuff in, you put some stuff in, you know mix it up, you know raise its temp enough to where it, you know, starts to boil. And then from there, you could pretty much just do whatever with it. The problem being, some of it must have gotten into contact with the open flame, which is a problem. Because that's, you know, it turns out that fire tends to be an ignition source. So, yeah, so not a good thing. You know, you can heat something up, but as soon as it contacts that ignition source, it is not a happy camper. But like, yeah, that was such a ridiculous thing, man. Like, but the thing is, it still worked. I was still able to do fireworks, once the kids got there. I mean, yeah, yeah, CS:GO reference, yeah. Dude, I used to play, but like I haven't played like CS:GO in like a good while, man. Like, I'm just generally not all that great at first person shooter games, you know what I mean? But like, so occasionally I'll like dabble in it, but like as a whole, I just think of first person shooters, man. Like, oh, nice, yeah, yeah. Hey, honestly, I'm not good at pretty much any video game, so hey, as long as you're having fun, right? Yeah, as long as you're having fun, that's what counts. So, but goodness, but nah, it stinks that the darn mic went out. Now I'll probably play Bloodborne another night this week. Um, yeah. Oh, very much. Dude, yeah, when it comes to those games, and probably the reason. Oh yeah, Majora's Mask. Definitely hit up the VOD if you can. Like, I was really happy with how Majora's Mask turned out. It does stink. At one point, my mic, or not my mic, my webcam decided to die on me. So, but it cleaned itself up. Once I noticed it. So no problems there. But like, nah, I'm really happy with how Majora's Mask has turned out because like, it is such a nostalgia factor for me. And I know I get into it like during the actual uh this Friday if I can help it. Maybe even Thursday, but honestly, I'm probably going to do Bloodborne if I can since tonight's kind of a wash. I'm probably going to do Bloodborne Thursday, but definitely Friday is when I'm going to be doing Majora's Mask next. Dude, I love that game so much, and I know I get into it like during the like the very first episode of that, but like man, it's just the connection that my grandfather and I have with that game is like such. It's so great. Like just it makes me feel really good. You know what I mean? It's really good. Not gonna lie. Like I will say, as far as Zelda games go, like Twilight Princess, it might not be the I don't know. There's so many different ones that are good, right? That's the tricky part. Because like a part of me wants to say Twilight Princess is my favorite, but at the same time, I think that's just because aesthetically it's probably my favorite. Like it looks real good. Skyward Sword, that's one that I want to revisit because honestly, I played it. Yeah, Twilight Princess, yeah, it's good. Like it's pretty solid. Aesthetically, absolutely my favorite. Like Twilight Princess aesthetically is exactly what I would love for like, well, I would say the next Zelda game, but the next Zelda game is just gonna be Breath of the Wild again. So, in a good way. I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but like, but yeah, it's gonna be just, yeah, it's gonna be Breath of the Wild aesthetic again. But no, Skyward Sword though. It's interesting you bring that up. That's the only, yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, yeah. I'm really curious. Right now, just based on the trailer that I've seen of it, like the trailer that they released, I'm kind of worried because they didn't really showcase like that many new features, if that makes sense. Like it kind of just looks like Breath of the Wild as far as like functionality, but just in a different setting. And it's like that kind of works, but I was kind of hoping that they would like kind of like even push further into like, oh, okay, well, what more agency can we give the players, or what additional features are we going to include to make it to where this is like more than just Breath of the Wild 2. You know what I mean? Um, but no, Skyward Sword, that's the only Zelda that me and my grandfather haven't beat, and that's one that I do want to revisit at some point with him because like the reason we didn't really like it on the Wii, the reason that we didn't really like it for the Wii, is because the motion controls were just really finicky. But the thing is, if I do end up playing it again, I'll get it for the Switch. And if I get it for the Switch, that should be a huge improvement. Or Dolphin. Yeah, it's good just to emulate it. Yeah, but honestly, like I feel like the Switch alone would probably fix all of the problems that we had with Skyward Sword, and then it would make it playable and enjoyable again. Yeah. So I was gonna say because we got to the point where we helped the or like we were in like the volcano area, right? We had to help the oh, what are they called? Little little diggy guys. What are they called? It's like Jimmy and Jeff or something. Yeah. Oh, nice, nice. I was gonna say, yeah, absolutely. When I have the option to play in like a harder difficulty mode on those games, like I absolutely do it because like it's so good. Uh, no, it's the friendly little. Is it Mogmas? Maybe it's the little mole guys that you talk to. We got about that far, from what I recall. But then like the controls were just kind of finicky. Because we were trying to do stuff with the bombs, and like it was like really awkward trying to like get the bomb to go where you want it to. Um, yeah, that's usually the downside because like once you do play it, it's like, oh, okay, well now you can access the hard mode. But usually by then it's like, we'll usually play it, take a break, come back, and then it's like, oh, okay, well we can just play more difficult now. But like, but yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah. But as far as your point on Breath of the or Tears of the Kingdom, yeah, it doesn't really change much. It changes the difficulty, which is great. The one thing that I do wish that they would do with like the actual like hero mode and stuff for the more modern games is do what they did for like Ocarina, where you have Master Quest. Like it's the same journey. It's just it's different enough to where it adds a lot of replay value. It is a good way to put it. Because playing it harder, sure, that adds some replay, but if you don't change really anything about it, then it kind of is what it is, right? That's the one downside that I honestly have with Elden Ring's replayability. So like I finally beat Elden Ring the other week. I was like 100 and something hours in by the time I beat it. But the thing is, from what I've heard, once you actually do reset, there's like not anything like really new to like the New Game Plus cycle. The items are in the same places. The items are the same like levels. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like really the replayability of Elden Ring is to get the other endings, but after that it's kind of like all right. But like yeah, I don't know. It just the replayability isn't as strong as say like even like Dark Souls 3 where the point to replay would be to try to get like the higher leveled rings or to you also have multiple endings in that, so the other endings. So like I don't know, it's kind of disappointing in that regard because at that point it's like why restart and do new game if you can just like start a new character and just like play it over that way and it's the same. Oh, so that's pretty cool. Because yeah, that is one thing that I actually really do like about Skyward Sword is that you kind of can progress your equipment some. That's something that they never really dabbled in until Skyward Sword again. They did that back on Zelda 2, like the Adventures of Link. Where you had like, oh, okay, you can level up your health or you can level up your attack or your magic. They never really did that. Majora's Mask kind of with the swords. Yeah, you're right there. But as far as use stat wise, just gaining power, I guess. Outside of like getting like a new sword. It's like, yeah. Oh, it's so cool, man. Like nothing beats nothing beats a Zelda game is what it comes down to, man. Dude, Link's Awakening, I haven't played it either. I really want to. That's another one. I forgot about that one. That's another I need to add to the list. Because, like, dude. Okay, so you have it, but you misplaced it. Ah. That stinks, man. Dude, I had the same problem. I was trying to find Monster Hunter the other day, and I could not find it for the life of me. Like, me and my friends were wanting to play it, and I was like, where do I put the darn disc? It's like, oh, I put it into a different case because why would I ever use the correct case? But like, man, nice, nice. That's usually how it goes, man. It's like me and my grandfather, well, I say 100%. We didn't get every Korok seed, but like Breath of the Wild, like we got all the shrines, like pretty much all the side quests that I was like aware of. I don't think we got all the Korok seeds. I don't think we did that, but that's like the collectionist thing to do. Like, you know, it's, yeah, that's just tedium. Dude, I know, I really want to have him on stream sometime to just like, not the DLC. Since I had it on the Wii U, I was just kind of like, if I'm going to do like the DLC and stuff, I'll probably wait until like I can get like a pretty good deal on like a bundle or something for the Switch. Because the time that we played it, it was on the Wii U. I'm like, at this point, I don't think it's justifiable to really get the DLC for the Wii U. So the DLC, we'll probably visit that once I can get a pretty decent deal, you know, for it on Switch or something. But yeah, as far as my grandfather goes, yeah, he's always played Zelda. Like he's had the, you know, he's had the OG Zelda, like, you know, NES, you know, when it came out, and it's just like, I don't know, he's just kept on with the franchise, like, you know, every game pretty much. It's just like he wants to play them. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, my father, he's definitely like a Monster Hunter guy. Like he's like way into Monster Hunter, even like the PS2 Monster Hunter, where pretty much like most people didn't even realize that was a thing in the U.S. Like no joke, he picked up Monster Hunter from like the bargain bin at GameStop or something like that. Like he picked up like the OG like Monster Hunter like in the bargain bin. It was like that not appreciated at the time, but now Monster Hunter's huge here, so everybody knows what Monster Hunter is, I would say, or at least most people do. Metal Gear, yeah, that's another one my father really liked. Yeah, he was huge in the Metal Gear for a while. Splinter Cell, I don't know. At least I know I've never played Splinter Cell. If you can attest to it being good, I might check it out. But and then Tetris is classic. Yeah, Tetris is classic, man. You can't beat Tetris. But like, I was gonna say, my uncle, Uncle Steve, he is just like the Pac-Man king. Like this dude, like straight up. I know, like, right? Tetris is Tetris. But like my uncle, he is like huge into Pac-Man. Like not like the newer Pac-Mans, of course, but like OG Pac-Man. And he is like legitimately scary good at it. It's just like like pretty much any of the places that like have like a little arcade setup, right? Like he pretty much can like beat the high scorer almost like every time. Like when it comes to those kind of places, right? So it's like just I don't know. For an example, just like the random like ice rink or something, or like the random weird restaurant that has like just like a couple arcade machines for no reason, right? ROM sites, mixed opinions. I appreciate what they are from like, I guess sort of the modding community side, because I know like you know, there's a lot of people that do like different moddings and stuff like that. As far as like just like Them's Lair, I do not, but I do have Google. I do have Google to help me. What do we got? Oh, okay. No, I haven't heard of it. No. Oh wow, yeah, this is a pretty old school looking website too. I mean, it's clearly updated though, because I mean they've got stuff listed from like this year, so uh but yeah. But no, I appreciate it from like a like the modding community side of things. You know, making those resources available to be able to sort of work with and modify. Like, that part of it's really cool. Generally speaking, unless I like actually own like the actual game, I'll like hold off from doing any kind of like emulation stuff, you know what I mean? Simply because like I don't know. I don't think it's really justified to like emulate and stuff if you don't like right? Yeah, exactly. It's like stuff like that's really cool. Like I've dabbled in like some modding and stuff like that in the past, but like nothing major. More or less just like but it's cool like to be able to like do that. But like as far as like emulation goes, sort of my policy, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it, is like unless I own the OG of the game, oh, getting rid of every flower in the game. Yeah, goodness, that is a very specific call, a very specific purpose. But hey, if it works, it works. Including the flower shop. Goodness, at that point you should have changed the flower shop's NPC's dialogue. Just like, where did all my flowers go? Oh, that's good though. That's good. Oh goodness, that's good, man. That's good. Oh, that would have been pretty great. Yeah, no mention of the flowers. Nice, nice. Yeah, the cursed flowers. Yeah. Oh goodness, man. That's good. That's good. But no, I've seen the modding community or like the I guess ROM hack, whichever. I kind of use those pretty much one to one. I mean, it's basically the same thing. But like the modding community for like Ocarina and Majora's Mask is like really cool. Like I've seen some like ROM hacks of like totally custom like dungeons and everything. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, man, I want to play some of those sometime. Make a Pokemon. Remove all the Pokemon, yeah. How would you even, like, play the game at that point? Like, at that point, you just have to, like, ROM hack an entirely new combat system in. That or just, I don't know, man. Yeah, that would be an interesting twist. I'm trying to think, there was a weird ROM hack for Pokemon that I saw one time. You just walk everywhere, beating up that. Yeah, it would literally just be like an action RPG at that point, instead of like a little turn-based thing. But no, I've seen a weird ROM hack for Pokemon. I'm trying to think, what was it called? Very strongly worded arguments. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Oh, garbage. What was it called? It was like a weird anime-looking one. Let me see. Anime Pokemon. That's just gonna pull up the show. ROM hack. That's a YouTube video. Pokemon Fire Red, but every Pokemon are replaced with anime. That's not any kind of what I'm looking for. But no, it's like they changed like all the sprites to have them look like anime like style looking somethings. I mean that's it. I see it, but it doesn't give me the name. Maybe if I click the article or something. Oh, I hate these. I hate the articles where it's like, oh, press next. Oh, I hate those. I hate those articles so much, man. Oh, it's actually the worst. No, I'm just gonna find a different website. No, I'm not dealing with that. Where you have to like scroll down and hit next every single dang time. I hate that. It's so annoying. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to an entirely different website because I don't want to deal with it. Quite frankly, I do not want to deal. Uh, Man, there's a lot of ROM hacks for Pokemon, like straight up. Like I didn't realize the ROM hacking community was this massive for like the old school Pokemon games. Like that's pretty cool. Like honestly, I'm half tempted. I'm half tempted to like just check out some of these sometime. It's like, oh dude, dude, there's also Mystery Dungeon Like, ROM hacks? Dude, I love Mystery Dungeon. Like, straight up. Like, Mystery Dungeon was such a good game. Like, and I think there's a Mystery Dungeon for the Switch now, too, that I forgot about. Dude, I might have to check that out. Because, like, dude, Mystery Dungeon, that was such a great series of games. I mean, it was just been the first one that I played. But, like, oh, that's what it was. Yeah, Moemon is what it's called. Yeah, that's the one that I was thinking about, that I've seen, like, a meme about or something. But, like, but yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one, but, you know, if it works, right? But, no, like, yeah, I didn't realize the modding community for, the old school Pokemon were, like, that, like, active. I mean, that's cool. Yeah, it's pretty dang cool if you ask me. But that's pretty great. But yeah, I'll have to check out some of those sometime. So you say it's easy to make them, just like, I guess what would, like, I guess why is it so easy? I guess would be the next thing to look up. Because yeah, if you're saying that they're easy to make, like, Fance map. Okay, let me see. Yeah, let me see. What do we got? Pokemon Gen 3. Oh, ROM hacking suit. Tool could be okay. Oh, okay, so there's like a bunch of different tools and stuff that people have made. That's pretty neat. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Like, yeah, I guess people have made different tools and stuff that allow you to, yeah, Pokemon moves, etc. What else do we got here? I mean, this is pretty cool. Dude, I love this kind of stuff. Like, I don't know if you saw, but like I had like a whole series. I never finished it. I really should revisit it. Um, I had a whole series where I was throwing together like an NES Zelda game, but like, yeah, I never finished it. It's on YouTube. Yeah, it's on the YouTube, but I never got around to finishing it. It was the Legend of Coop, a couch between games. But I never finished it. I might have to revisit that at some point. And actually like create like a finished version. I can just like post somewhere and have it be playable, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I might have to finish that. But that's cool though. That's cool that there's a lot of different tools and stuff available that people have devised here. But yeah, there's a bunch of them. Nameless Fire Red. Let's see. That's Fire Red projects. Liquid Crystal, Double Emerald, Blazing Emerald. Let's see. Light Platinum. Goodness, there's so many. There's so many different ones available. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, I'll have to check those out sometime, man. I'll have to check those out. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, that being said, I might have to call it a night here pretty soon. Getting a little tired. I've got work tomorrow too, so I'm just like, oh, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a little after 9 o'clock my time, so I might have to be calling it here pretty dang soon. I need to get some sleep. Today was pretty, oh, jeez. What do you, I guess, a bit of a night owl then? I was gonna say 2 a.m. That or you just got off like the night shift or something. One or the other, right? That or you're just specifically determined to just get no sleep. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say it's one or the other, right? It's like, it's really weird. Like a friend of mine, that work, or he used to work night shifts. He used to play like RuneScape and stuff. Oh, you're not a night shift worker? Gotcha. Just staying up just because. You know, honestly, I do the same sometimes. So don't feel bad. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. That'd do it. But no, a friend of mine, he used to work night shift, but it was like basically like a security position, right? So like he said half the time, he would just like be just sitting, just like playing RuneScape while he was working. Like, you know, and it's like, you know, in the middle of the night, like, say 12 o'clock, like, how many people are just gonna be rolling up you know, just at some random place. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, you know, hey, good on you. Play some RuneScape. It's like, it's like, yeah, and then he was just like, he was asking me to, you know, join him on like some, like God Wars dungeon runs and stuff, and I'm just like, dude, I'm not you. I'm not gonna be playing RuneScape at 3 o'clock when I have work at like legit 6:30. You know what I mean? And it's like, ah. So like there's like a very thin gap of like when we could actually play together. It was like right between when he would start his shift and where mine ends. Basically. But it's just like, man, yeah, good old times. I haven't played RuneScape for a bit. I should I don't dude, RuneScape's one of those games where it's like you go back to it, you get off, you go back to it. It's like they say you never actually quit playing RuneScape. You know, it's like that's what they say. You haven't? You know, honestly, if you're going to play, highly recommend old school RuneScape. Unless you like games like World of Warcraft. If you like games like World of Warcraft, I would say like RuneScape 3, which is current RuneScape, is like for you. But yeah, old school RuneScape is like classic. Like that is basically recreation of like old RPGs, like or old MMOs rather. Um, so like yeah, I would recommend that personally. Yeah, if you hate WoW, you are not gonna like new RuneScape, like RuneScape 3. Like the reason that I don't play it, like I played it when it first came out, right? But then I was like, I hate this, and then I stopped. I legit stopped because they updated it to like the Combat Evolved, which is like the most modern iteration of RuneScape, and I'm just like, no, don't. You're turning RuneScape into World of Warcraft. It never was designed to be World of Warcraft, which is why pretty much everybody plays old school RuneScape. The only reason, and here's the thing, the only reason that modern RuneScape, like RuneScape 3, even exists is because they have a few players that sink a bunch of money into it. Because there's basically, there's cosmetics, there's all this extra stuff that people hate buying, except for the people that actually buy that stuff. But old school RuneScape, it doesn't have that. All you do is like, oh, I'm just going to play the game. Oh, I can have a membership, and that's pretty much the extent of it. It's like, I'm not going to buy just some random cosmetic thing. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, you can play the game for free. You have access to a, you know, a limited area, or you can pay for the membership, which, might I add, you can use in-game money to buy the membership. Like, you can just use gold. So the thing is, once you get to a certain point, like once you get to a certain level and you can consistently make enough gold, you can pretty much have free membership just forever, assuming that you get enough gold. But the thing is, like, it's so easy once you're high level. The whole reason that I maxed my smithing level is because you can pretty much guarantee basically paying for membership in the course of like a day or two. You know what I mean? And if your membership lasts, you know, a couple of weeks for every bond that you buy, that's what they're called. They're called bonds. I know, it's a little confusing. But basically, there's different levels when you do different skills. Once you get to a high enough level, you can make stuff and sell them to make enough gold to buy bonds. And bonds are what you use in order to be a member in RuneScape. But you can buy those using your in-game gold instead of real-world money. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, good old war bonds. Oh, yeah. Yeah, good old war bonds. I was gonna say, I mean, I guess technically government bonds are still a thing, aren't they? Like, I'm pretty sure, right? I'm fairly confident. I mean, they're not called war bonds anymore, I don't think. But I'm pretty sure government bonds still exist, right? Yeah, treasury bonds. Yeah, that's what they're called now. Yeah, treasury bonds. So, I mean, it's still a thing. It's just not called war bonds anymore. Um, and even then, maybe they used to be called treasury bonds as well, but pretty much everybody knew them as war bonds, because that was, like, the time that, like, they came out, right? Like, that was when, like, bonding was, like, you know, a big deal. Um, But yeah, but that's the general gist of like the RuneScape monetization method. It's like the way that they basically make money is by newer players that want to be members. Assuming you're high level, you basically have free membership. It's kind of weird because like you would think it's a turnoff for newer players, but it's like it kind of works. It's like a motivating factor in a way because like you have a new player, they come to the game, paying for membership, but they soon realize, oh, if I just get better at the game and level up, then I won't have to keep paying this. Like I won't have to pay it anymore. And that could be a pretty decent motivating factor for why you would want to keep trying to progress at the game, you know what I mean? Or at least in my opinion. Like I feel like that would be a pretty strong motivator for like trying to get good at the game. It's like, oh, I no longer have to pay what is it? Oh, garbage. How much do they charge now? I think it's like $7 or something a month. I think it's like $7 a month. If you're like paying with cash. Well, cash. If you're using real world money. I think it's like $7 or something like per month. But if you no longer have to do that, it's like, that's perfect. I no longer have to do that. You know what I mean? But yeah, once you get to a certain point, you basically just have free membership, and it's great. I feel like that's a very good way for them to monetize it. While also still being like rewarding about it, and not like, I don't know. Because the thing is, like, I could see like some people being, like World of Warcraft. It's like, okay, well, you have the subscription, which is probably like what, $10 a month, I think, for World of Warcraft now, and it's just like, you always have to pay it. There's not really a way to have a membership in World of Warcraft, as far as I know, like that's actually free. You know what I mean? There's no way to freely play World of Warcraft, like into the late game, and it's like, I don't know. To have that is just a really, really cool feature. And hey, I applaud the Jagex team, for choosing that as the way to go about it. Instead of like RuneScape 3, where they literally will try to monetize everything. And it's like, stop. Stop it. You are not World of Warcraft. You were never meant to be World of Warcraft. Oh, goodness, man. But, oh, but yeah, I'm probably gonna be wrapping up here pretty soon. I gotta get some sleep. I just got so work. So for work, I'm having to do some stuff that's a bit more intensive than what I normally work on. I'm basically having to write up a lecture on this is going to be just a bunch of technical jargon. So if you don't want to hear me just say just random stuff, then hey, yeah, good night. But it's more or less just me just rambling on now. But no, I basically have to write a lecture on sorry, my brain just shut off. What was I what was I saying? Uh Bulletin 109. I need to write a lecture on basically a comparison between Bulletin 109 and ANSI IAR 6 2019. I need to compare those two basically in like a lecture. I need to write that up. I'm just like, ugh. I mean, I know that I work with those like all the time, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know, if you're asking me to compare them, that's just not something I can really do off the top of my head. So, like, I'm gonna have to do some research into them again and, like, make sure that I'm, like, actually saying the correct information. Because, like, yeah, I know what I'm doing with them, but at the same time, like, I can't really tell you word for word, like, what's going on with them. You know what I mean? So, no, I need to do some research into that before I commit too much into it, because, if I get to a certain point and then, like, get stuck, or if I start contradicting myself, in the actual lecture, then you know, that wouldn't be that great. So, ugh, just trying to write that up is going to be a pain. Because, like, I don't know, generally speaking, you know, it's more just like behind the scenes stuff, but if they need me to talk about it or something, it's like, alright. I'll try. Can't really say I'm much of a public speaker, but, you know, we'll do what we gotta do, you know? Hey, it's my job. I get paid for it, you know? So at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna have to do. But anyway, yeah, thanks for dropping by for a bit, Sonk. Again, sorry for the whole mic not working. I was hoping to actually get some more Bloodborne in tonight, but is what it is. Just another one to add to the technical difficulties episodes, right? So I'm just like, alright. But yeah, I'm tired. I gotta be heading out. So, thanks for dropping by, as well as any of you other Coop operatives that happen to stop by for a bit. Anybody else that, you know, happen to jump by. Thanks again. I shall see you guys here next time, which will probably be Friday, and it will be Majora's Mask, assuming I can get my mic working. See y'all later. Yeah, good night.